Attempted rape and murder charges should get the same sentence length as committed rape or murder charges. If someone tries to murder/rape someone and they are stopped, that person still had full intent to commit the act, therefore, in my opinion, making it just as bad from a justice/karma standpoint. That's not how the Anglo-American legal system works in general. Complicating it even further is that some states don't have aggravated assault or assault with intent to kill, so they use attempted murder in its place. This is how you get a bunch of those attempted turning to committed. Why stop halfway when you get the same sentence for finishing the job? So say you get really mad at someone and shoot them, they are bleeding out and you realize you no longer want to kill them. Well, if you let them live they can testify against you and you will get the same punishment for attempted murder as murder, so it would be in your best interest to finish the job. AM lawyer. In my jurisdiction, attempt is one grade below the completed crime. Murder is a felony. Attempted murder is a B felony. If you don't differentiate between attempted and completion, there's no reason to not just kill people. Further, murder in some states is a capital offense. Sentencing someone to death without them having killed someone isn't right. If you were omniscient and could look at the state of someone's intention at that moment, sure, but reality is much more complex, so you have to go by consequences of an action. You cannot prove attempted anything, you will quickly get into a very gray zone. When is attempted murder attempted? When I leave my own house with the axe? When I enter your house? When I try to hit your head but miss? Or is it attempted murder when you believe I tried to hit your head but I actually only hit your TV? In Canada, the maximum possible sentences are the same. The minimums are not, but it allows for judicial discretion. ITT, people who don't understand the concept of attempt crimes and completed crimes. Nope. Imagine someone attempting rape or murder but is chickening out or has second thoughts. In the back of their mind they may be thinking, I'm fucked either way, might as well go through with it. The lesser sentence is to deter someone from continuing past the point of no return. Don't get me wrong, they are scum and deserve to be tied to a tree and shot with a blunderbuss packed with their own shit. If the incentive of a lesser sentence prevents just one of these acts, then it's worth it? No, because that's not how justice works. There are quite a few reasons, a lot of which have already been repeated 100 times in these comments. People on this site seem to love to paint things black and white, and also regurgitate very popular and ignorant opinions that have been torn apart 10 times over. The US justice system is flawed, but it's also complex in many ways. I think I agree, ineptitude as a hitman is not a good reason to release somebody back into society. Yes. And, if you falsely accuse someone of rape it should bear the same sentence. Yeah, but then there's more reason to actually carry out the thing that you were doing. In our system you have something to lose. It's a bit complicated than that. If you were to impose such law changes, the issue is we'd put someone if innocent at a risk of being convicted for a full sentence. Think about it, if you were falsely accused of rape or framed for an attempted murder. Think of a situation when someone orchestrated it in order to have you convicted, or if someone made up a story, there is a strong possibility. Wouldn't it be better if the jury finds you guilty, that you spend 5 to 10 years, instead of let's say 10 to 20 years, for a crime that's committed? America is throwing people in jail for all sorts of unnecessary shit, and mishandled convictions. Considering no parties were physically hurt, I think, maybe it's a bit of a stretch to punish them as someone to that extent. Imagine, maybe that person was intoxicated, or maybe if that person was having a mental breakdown lashed out to kill someone but instead changed his mind. Think of all the ways a human can fuck up. What if that person changed his mind and he learned a lesson? The stealing analogy posted earlier does not apply here. This is much more complicated than stealing bread. That being said, a repeat offender 2 to 3 times does indeed deserve to have all his previous charges accounted for and tried in court for a full sentence for each crime. That would be a better option.